How do? This is part 2 of globe or flat earth. They're both. And this is how I'll explain in part 2 of this. Right. So, right, to me, right, there's 14 regions in this world, and it's not to me, this is according to Vader, right? And I'm just living this life, and this is a slip you pick up again in Vader's in life, you know. People know about these 14 regions. Right, I'm going to stick between talking on this and flip between what I'm going to show you on here. But like, yeah, there's 14 regions as I say, right? You've got Brahma Loka, Tapa Loka, Jana Loka, Maha Loka. That's what I didn't miss out last time I was saying it. So Varga Loka, Bur Loka, and Bu Loka, what we're living on Earth. And then there's 7 subterranean realms. So you've got Atola Loka, Vita Loka, Sutta Loka, Rasatala Loka, Tala Tala Loka, Mahatala Loka, and Patala Loka. Right, I would say that we're right now on Earth. It's also known as a subterranean system. Because of money, it's become a Bila Shavaga, which is a subterranean system. And in its modification, it's become a Tala Tala Loka, which is a metropolitan subterranean realm as an earthly equivalent in this Kali Yuga we're in now. As in, it's a metropolitan, because it's financial fiat currency, it's designed, it's become an Azoric system, right? So that means it's a subterranean dynasties basically running things. And so in its design, you can see this fact by looking at the world, that the metropolis system and all the skyscrapers are all made now is looking in glass and mirror, smoke screen and mirrors, like an illusory system. It's a real illusion, but it's illusory. You know, it's all about the built in the city. It's all metropolitan, built worldwide as the proof. You know, so nothing can hide in creation, right, of how things actually look and stand. You know, so I would say that's we're in a tuning of what's happening at the moment under the rulership we're under of time and circumstance. Right. So that's the 14 regions. We're in Bu Loka, right, as a saying, as an Earth, right? But I say we're in Bu Gola, we're on a globe Earth, right? So we're basically going around, flotating around basically the universe, right? Around the sun, right? Most of us know that, right? But I also say there's a Bu Mandala, as I was saying before, there's both. So we're in a time, right, where we're going around, right, on the Earth, on Bu Gola, right? So this is what I also say, right? There's 80,000 yojanas, which is between each 14 regions, right? That was 640 miles each. From a vertical drop from Brahma Loka all the way down, basically, down to that Patala Loka, there's about 640 mile drops between each region, right? Now we're in Bu Loka, so we're in the 7th intermediary heaven, the 7th heaven, right? And remember this, right? Also 8 miles equals 1 yojana. Right, so if you put 80,000 yojanas times 8, right, you'll get 640 miles, 640,000 miles. So yeah, 640,000 miles, right, is what it is. And each drop of it, 80,000 yojanas, if 1 mile is 8 miles, right? So yeah, so what we're in now is a Padma Parada, which is the second half of the universe, right? So a lot of the world light. So Padma Parada is the second half of the world lotus. So the world looks upon as a lotus world, right? Though it's a globe, right? But this is to be explained, right? Because a Bu Mandala is like a flowered flat earth. See, as I explained yesterday, like that has a flat of the earth, but we're not in that part of the region. We're in the globe of Bu Loka going round, right? As we know, like we've been taught in textbooks at school, right? But they're not taught us about everything else, right? 50 years have gone past and 1 day. 50 years and 1 day have gone of Garbhodaya Vishnu's breath. So that's about 155 trillion human years have passed of the 311 trillion and 40 billion years, also known as 100 years of Brahma, right? The engineer, right? of the presiding superintendencies, right? That's why they said he's sprouted from the navel Garbhodaya Vishnu, right? Who created this whole universe and whose mandala lets us all off. We can't see him, he's in the bottom of the universe. So we are basically, say, the Saradaksa Vishnus. So we are the tiny, smaller versions from us and every animal, tree, aquatic, plant, molecules. And known scientifically, I would say a Saradaksa Vishnu. Right. there's 14 Manvataras, right, or Manus in one day of Brahma. There's 1,000 cycles equals one kalpa, right, or 4 yuga cycles is called a Shatu Yuga. One Shatu Yuga equals one kalpa or one day of Brahma. So that basically equivalates to 4,320,000,000 years. Right? There are 71 Shatu Yugas. That's complete 4 cycles. Right? 4 cycles going around. 71 of them, right, per Manvatara. There's 14 Manvataras, right? Right? That makes up to one day. Right? We're in the 50th year, and we're in the 7th part of Avadvata Manvataras. We're halfway through the 14 Manvataras, right, in the 28th turnover of the 71 Yuga cycles, right, of the Manvatara, right, of the 14 Manus. If you're still with me, because it's hard to grasp all this shit, if you read it on Google, it teach you all this stuff. Just write this all down, you'll find it if you haven't been doing it anyway, right? There's a reason why I'm telling all this, right? So we can see this and read it ourselves, mate. Do you know what I mean? Don't need you telling us all we all can see, granted. But there's a reason for all this, right? So if the 71 Shatu Yugas times 7 Manvataras equals 497 Shatu Yugas, right? So we're not quite halfway through the 1,000 Shatu Yugas to make one day. We've basically got another 43 4 cycles to go around in the 71 Shatu Yugas to go around. Like 43 of them are left to they make it up to 497 Shatu Yugas. So it's the end of this Manvatara into the 8th Manvatara. It's called the Savani Manvatara, which is way off. Do you know what I mean? We've got another 43 of the Shatu Yugas to go through yet to come to where I'm saying, right? Of this Avadvata Manu, right? So we are nearly halfway through this day of Brahma, right? The 28th day of the 28th turnover of the 4 cycle of the 71 Yuga cycles, right? You're hearing that, you're probably thinking, what the fuck? I'm thinking, what the fuck? I'm trying to explain this, it's hard as fuck, right? It's easy to understand it, hard to explain it at times, you know? So much sort of like modification in the numbering and knowing what's what. Right, so we're in the Kali Yuga, as I was saying before, of the 4 cycles, right? So like 526 years have passed of the 432,000 years of a Kali Yuga, leaving us so 426,874 years left from February the 18th of 225, which is this year. So we're just past that now. Right, the reason for it is what I'm putting forward, what I'm giving you all this, is what I've been mulling around in my head, right? Between the flat Earth and the globe Earth, and what happens, right? Because that's Brahma's day, right? So we're halfway through Brahma's day as a cycle on the globe going around, right? Going around the mandala, going around the sun in a globe, right? We're halfway through the time. So we've got miles of time, we've got years of time in human civilizations before this even happens, right? But the thing is, what happens in Brahma's night, right? Ever thought, right, that the globe, at the end of the cycle of a day, right, this is the trip, right, it goes round, right, and it lands on Bhumandala in Jambavika, right, which I showed you in that book of the Vedas yesterday, right, the second Yahu Veda, the second one of the 4 Vedas, this one, right, Skanda, right, here we go, look, Brahma Sabhana, volume 2, Skanda, 4, it's called the Yahu Veda, right, Skanda, I think we're Scandinavia, got the name Skanda from, which is basically another name for Murugan, who's a lord of the superintendency of the chief commander of the heavenly host. He was the son of Shiva. It's also known as Guha Sabrama or Kartikeya. But it says what's the name Skanda after him, see? But here, to show you, got the Jamboree. See that? And right in the middle, Jamba, the sea of salt. That's where, do I reckon, right, after the globe's gone round, it lands back in Jamboree of the flat of the Mandala in the centre of the salt ocean of Mandala, because we're a salt ocean globe, and it dissolves, you see, and it goes back to seed, what's left of it, to then basically fallow, like you do with farming, and it fallows itself and then regrows over the Brahma's night. And all the humans of civilization, they then basically are taken to live on the flat of the earth for the night, you see. For that, was that another 4,320,000 years of civilization of humans will live on the night of the flat of the Mandala, right? You see, until it reforms itself through the night, and then takes another load of humans who want to go back up into the Brahma's day on the global globetrot. You see what I'm saying? Well, we're in now halfway through one. See, and what I'm suggesting, this is what the trip of the stuff that no one figured out was saying. You see, my opinion, right? I'm not first to say it's my opinion of what I'm thinking was going down. So when they're saying the war between the flat Earth, you know, an argument, and the globe Earth, well, this is probably unified. This is the unified truth that no one's talked about, thought about, or forgot about. You know. So yeah, why we can't see the Mandala is basically what? Because maybe we haven't got the technology. I really have no idea. Another speculation: we can only see above, we can't see below. Is an idea. You can't see what's beneath us when it's seen basically above us, the stars, the other 7 planetary realms that we see in alignment at the moment. You know, in the 7 planetary alignments going on at the moment. You know, we can't see beneath us. You tell me. You know. So to me, like, the world ain't going to end. We've got another halfway through its time, not even halfway through yet, of its cycle, the duration of the globe Earth we're on. You know, so that's what, like, you know, another 2,160,000,000 years of that, right, before the end of the day of this time of globe Earth going around its cycle. Right, so the people are roaring about all this trouble. Oh, the end of the world's going to end. No, it's not. Far from going to. It's not. It's well fruitive. It's well strong. It can take what humans are doing, you know, in its fertility and strength, or basically us living on it, right, in the globe trot of time we're going around on, right. Now, what you'll be concerned about is the government in the Kali Yuga, that keeps in the Kali Yuga, and how they're shaping us financially to work 48 weeks for a 4-week holiday, which my other vlogs are talking about, natural seasonal templates, my SNF and freedom focus vlogs that talk about all that. But on this one today, I was just talking mainly about the fact of the unification of the Bhugola and the Bhumandala, you see, and maybe what no one's thought about is that we're going round, floating around on our orbit around the sun, right? And then when it finishes in its day, the Brahma's day in creation with the rest of the planets of the 6 regions of the heavenly host of Brahma, and Brahma's day, at Brahma's night, lands back down into Bhumandala, you see. And you've got all these other subterranean regions under Earth of the Bhumandala. But you see, the Earth probably has its small ball equivalencies under the globe of like its equivalency shaped like it has, because you have a Jambavita in the globe, right, and that's placed round about, so I can show you 2 pictures here. See that? Look, got that. That's Jambavita. See these mountain ranges? That one's the Himalayas. So it's round about that region. This is probably where God in Shambhala, Kalki, in a fortification under the mountains, are probably living right now somewhere, or is going to live, whether he's here or not, in Chad or what, we don't know. But somewhere around here, this area, right, is where Shambhala is as well. On this Vedas, and the Ayurveda shows you the same thing here. Right at the bottom you can see the Himalayas, right there. And all the rest of it, Jamba there, Meru. You see all them places there, look, can't even read it properly. See there? But yeah, that to me is our earthly equivalent on the globe, going around the Himalayas, to what the Bhumandala, as in what the Jambuvipa is probably maybe, that the globe, the ball basically lands as a landing port. Do you understand? On there. And it dissolves in the sea of salt of the 7 oceans I told you about before, just saying before. And it dissolves and then it fallows and goes back to sea and then regrows. See, and we might have had a time where we could actually aeronautically fly between globe to Mandala, but we've lost that aeronautical ability right now. You know, just putting this out there. You know, who knows? See, you go 2 weeks in Tenerife, then you go for 3 months, 6 months off to like Bhumandala once upon a time. Do you know? But now you can't. You know, or anywhere else. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, just saying. It's an idea. It's a nice thing to thought of the unifying all of the I've never heard anybody say it on YouTube before. So yeah, that's what I'm putting forward for today on this little subject that I'm just tripping out for a little bit. I want to go out and start exercising. I've got time to talk about all this all day long anyway. Have a nice day. See you later.